Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to find out how to get the new artifacts that have been added to this universe online thanks to the new Assassin's Time Capsule. So let's take a look. So basically there are three things you need in order to be able to get the new artifacts. There's three new artifacts that have been added with the Assassin Time Capsules. There's the Lazarus Pit Water, there's the Demon's Fang, and there's the Venom Wrist Dispenser. In order to be able to get the new artifacts, you have to gather 10 elements for the Lazarus Pit Water, in this case the Crystal Vial. You have to get 10 elements for the Demon's Fang, in this case the Tempering Solution, and you have to get 10 elements of the Venom Wrist Dispenser, in this case the Reinforced Tubing. If we look through our feats, we have to go into the General tab, into the Artifacts tab, and if we go all the way down, we will see the Deadly Handshake, the Hard to Kill feat, and the Dark Density feat. So the Deadly Handshake is the feat that will give us the Venom Wrist Dispenser. As you can see, we have 9 out of 10 elements. The Hard to Kill will give us the Lazarus Pit Water artifact. Again, we have 9 of 10 elements. And the Dark Dentistry will give us the Demon's Fang artifact. Again, we are at 9 out of 10. So basically you can get one element for each artifact each day, and it will take you 10 days to get all 10 elements. How can you get those elements? You have to wear the Eyes of the Dusk in order to be able to get those elements from enemies that you defeat. I've seen a lot of people online complain or wonder why sometimes the elements do not seem to drop. It is completely random. Sometimes the elements will drop at the very first enemy you fight. Sometimes you will have to play and play for hours before the elements actually drop. So there is a random factor. There is an element of chance. So basically you have to defeat enemies until you get the elements. It's pretty much that simple. In order to be able to get the elements, you need the Eyes of the Dusk. And in order to be able to get the Eyes of the Dusk, you have to open Assassin's Time Capsule, and you have to get an Assassin's Artificer Capsule. As soon as you open your very first Assassin Artificer Capsules, then you will get the Eyes of the Dusk, and then you can start gathering the elements you need for the new artifacts. I know it's a bit complicated, but I made a video specifically about the Eyes of the Dusk, so if you're not sure, go look at that video. It might help you a bit. So again, we used our Eyes of the Dusk, we gathered all the elements we needed, like these are the last 3 we need. So let's consume them and see what happens. So as you can see, we got our first feat, the Lazarus Pit Water. We got our second feat for the Demon's Fang. And our third feat for the Venom Wrist Dispenser. Yeah, I know it's Venom, force of habit. So as you can see, we got mail. So let's go check our mail. So once we complete the feat, once we gather the last of the 10 elements we need, and we complete the feat, we should receive the artifacts by mail. So you can see we have the first one by Ra's al Ghul, Rise Again. Let's accept. We have the second one, again from Ra's al Ghul, A Blade from the Shadows. Let's accept. And I guess we're going to have to wait a little bit for our third artifact. Well, let's take a look at the first 2 for now. And also with the mail, there is also some sort of random element, it seems. Sometimes you get the mail right away. Sometimes you have to wait and wait and wait until you get your mail. I'm not sure why it does that. Once in a while you'll get it right away. Once in a while it'll take forever before you get it. That's how it works, it seems. So the Lazarus Pit Water, basically it's an artifact that eventually will allow you to be able to revive yourself without someone else helping you. Once you raise the artifact to level 80, it will give you revive. So once every 12 hours, you're going to be able to revive yourself without someone else reviving you. And once you raise the artifact to level 120, then you're going to be able to revive yourself once every 4 hours. It's a pretty it seems to be a pretty good ability. I'm not sure how useful it will actually be because once every 4 hours, basically, unless you play this universe online a lot, that means pretty much that you can revive yourself once per gameplay. And once every 12 hours is even worse. But odds are, if you want to really have that artifact, you are going to raise it to level 120. And the other artifact is the Demon's Fang. Basically, again, if you're gonna have to raise the level of your artifact up to level 80, and once you reach level 80, every 12 seconds, hitting an enemy with a weapon attack empowers your weapon. While empowered, your next 6 weapon attacks deal additional damage to your primary target, equal to 5% of your restoration, and restores power equal to 1.4% of your restoration. And of course, once you raise the artifact to level 120, then it will be 6.6% of your restoration for the additional damage, and 1.8% of your restoration to the power that's being restored. And finally, we got our last mail from Ra's al Ghul. That is for the Deadly Sting artifact. Or that is labeled Deadly Sting, I should say. So this is for the Venom Injector. So if we look at the Venom Wrist Dispenser, using a weapon buff increase your precision by 35% and reduces your base power regeneration by 10% for 6 seconds. Again, that is if we raise the level of the artifact to level 80, and if we raise it to level 120, then it will increase the precision by 48%. So at level 80, 35% extra precision, and at level 120, 48% extra precision. So these are the new artifacts that have been added to this universe online thanks to the Assassin Time Capsule. And also in the Assassin Time Capsule, when you open the Assassin Time Capsules, one of the subcapsules you will get is the Artificer Capsule. Within the Artificer Capsule, basically what you really get is the Ebony Sinstone, the Crimson Sinstone, or the Ancient Simstone. Basically, you get Sinstones from those. Technically, the Simstones work the very same way as the Nth Metal does. If you consume some Nth Metal, it will strengthen your artifacts, and the Sinstone will do the very same thing. The one distinction with the Sinstone is that if you use the Sinstone on the new artifacts, like if you use the Sinstone on either the Lazarus Pit Water, the Demon's Fang, or the Venom Wrist Dispenser, you will get a 10% increase in experience when you use it to fortify those artifacts. So basically, these are the tools of the Demon set. So we're going to try it out on one of those artifacts. So let's use it on the Lazarus Pit Water. So as you can see, as any other artifact, you can use Nth Metal to increase the strength of those artifacts, or you can use the Sin Stones. Like you can use the Sin Stones on any artifacts, but again, you get 10% extra experience if you use the Sin Stones on the new artifacts. So if you intend to increase one of the artifacts, save your Sin Stones for that artifact. So let's see. So we can see we get 700 XP plus 10%. 1800 plus 10%, and 1600 plus 10%. So let's consume it. And of course, now we have to break through. I'm not sure if I have any Electrum left. Let's go see. I only have one. Ooh, the price for the Electrum went up a little bit. Let's purchase one anyway. So now that we've raised our artifact to rank 20, we can use our 2 electrum to break through. Right now, the chances of success are 100%, so we don't really need to use a seal of preservation. But just for force of habit, I would strongly suggest always take the habit of using a seal of preservation, even if when it's 100%. Because I've seen way too many players who tried to break through, like they had 80% chance of success to break through. They decided, oh, I don't need a seal of preservation. They tried to break through and they lost all their catalysts. So take the habit of always using a seal of preservation, even in this case if you don't need to. Also, let's break through. So we broke through rank 20. So we could keep on going. We could increase it up to rank 30. I'm not going to do that just yet. Basically, I have my parasite of power that I'm trying to increase instead. So I'll do just that instead. So you can see these are the new artifacts that we got. And you can see at the very bottom it's labeled as artifact tools of the demon. So again, if you get some sin stones, if you use those sin stones on those 3 artifacts, you will get 10% extra experience. It's not a big deal, but every little bit counts, I guess. So once you do have your new artifacts, what happens to the Eyes of the Dusk? Basically, you don't need them anymore. I've seen a lot of people who complained because basically you're stuck with the Eyes of the Dusk until you have your new artifact. Once you have the new artifacts, then you don't need the Eyes of the Dusk anymore. So that is pretty much it for the new artifacts that have been added to DC Universe Online with the Assassin Time Capsule. So again, you have to gather the 10 elements you need for each artifact. You can only get 1 of each element each day, and you need 10 elements. So at the very least, it will take you 10 days before you can get the new artifacts. And in order to be able to get the new elements for the new artifacts, you need the Eyes of the Dusk. And you have to equip the Eyes of the Dusk. And again, sometimes you will kill the enemies, you will defeat enemies right away and get the elements right away. Sometimes you will have to defeat hordes and hordes and hordes and hordes of enemies before you actually get the element. So sometimes you'll get it very fast, sometimes it'll take forever before you actually get the elements. So if you don't get the elements after just fighting a few enemies, keep on fighting because it may take a while. So, and in order to be able to get the elements, you need the Eyes of the Dusk. In order to be able to get the Eyes of the Dusk, you need at least 1 Artificer Capsule from the Assassin Time Capsule. So you are going to have to open Assassin Time Capsules until you get the Artificer Capsule. And as soon as you open your very first Artificer Capsule, then you should get the Eyes of the Dusk through mail. Sometimes the mail takes a while, so you have to be a bit patient sometimes. And for the Assassin's Time Capsule, sadly, there are 3 types of capsules, of subcapsules that drop from the Assassin Time Capsule. So if you open Assassin Time Capsule and open Assassin Time Capsule, it could happen that the Artificer Capsule does not drop. There's a random element, so you have 1 chance out of 3 to get the Artificer's Capsule. So at the very least, you may have to open 3 Time Capsule. If you're not lucky, you may have to open a lot of Time Capsule. That's sad, but that's how it works. Again, it's a bit convoluted. If you want to have more information, go look at my How to Get the Eyes of the Dusk video that I made. That could help you a bit. So that's pretty much it for now for how to get the new artifacts from the Assassin Time Capsule. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.